What's going on, linear algebros? It's Mr. C here, and in this video, I'm going to define the size of a matrix for you, as well as do a couple of examples. All right, let's get started. The size of a matrix is described in terms of the number of rows and the number of columns it contains. Size is given by the following: number of rows by number of columns. So just based on that, when we go to write the size of a matrix, we will denote the number of rows first, and then denote the number of columns. So here we have 5 quick and easy examples of determining the size of a matrix. Let's start with example part A. You'll notice that there are 2 rows in this matrix. The first row has entries 1 and 2, and then the second row has 3 and 4. So there are 2 rows. So we'll start with 2. And then similarly, there are 2 columns. The first column has entries 1 and 3, and the second column has 2 and 4. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. That's its size. For example part B, there's only 1 row, but there are 3 columns. So for that reason, the size of the matrix in example B is a 1 by 3. In example part C, there are 2 rows and only 1 column. So for that reason, the size of the matrix in example part C is 2 by 1. Can you figure out the size of the matrix in part D? There are 3 rows and 2 columns. In the first row, we have entries 2 and 1, second row 7 and 3, and third row 4 and 2. So there are 3 rows and 2 columns. In the first column, we have entries 2, 7, and 4, second column 1, 3, and 2. And I like the matrix in example part E. It's kind of a special case. Just the entry 2. That number right there is both in a row and a column. And since there's only one entry in this entire matrix, there's just 1 row and 1 column. So example part E is an example of a matrix where the size is 1 by 1. And that's how you do it. Please let me know if you have any questions about the examples or definition in this video. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. See you then.